Hey, good morning to you. Here we are on a Wednesday. Yesterday was the first day of summer, the summer solstice, which was also the longest daylight hours of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere. That means the days are starting to get shorter now. So it's the longest daylight hours and shortest night, and just the opposite in the Southern Hemisphere. Always interesting to find out how that works. So let's get on with it. This is David talking about balancing the triad of body, mind, and spirit to improve your health, wellness, and fitness. And I'm still got a little bit of cough here, which I'm going to get into that. That's kind of today's topic. What kind of led to this, how I've taken care of myself over the past week. So if we're dealing with, so the title I have here is, got a reference on the computer screen there. Yeah. Sunshine, water, rest, air, movement, and nutrition. Best body, mind, and spirit supports you have. So that came from a quote I share. If I have a picture, I still save it every once in a while, which was from, make sure I read that. It's Wayne Fields. And the quote is, the six best doctors: sunshine, water, rest, air, exercise, and diet. And I changed exercise to movement and diet to nutrition. But yeah, those are things you can definitely do to help. I mean, natural stuff. Making sure you get the sunshine out there, vitamin D support, not to mention there's so much benefits just to getting the sunlight there. It works in your skin, works on your mind, actually works on your eyes. Recommendations usually are going usually 15 to 20 minutes, preferably early morning because it's not as bright by then. But you can do this, you also get some benefits from moonlight as well. Water, yeah, you want to make sure to drink more water than anything else. Of course, we can go today, we can go filtered water and all this here. But yeah, make sure you consume more water than anything else. And yes, there are some parts of the world where it's best not to drink the water. It can have a downside. Rest, talked about in the video yesterday. Yeah, rest is probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself to work on your body, your mind, and spirit, which is a reset. It's kind of like a chance to sleep and kind of get things unwind, but it's also the only time you grow, you benefit. You need to get your rest in there. Air, fresh air. Definitely one of the things that can definitely help out tremendously is to make sure you get some fresh air, get some oxygen. Sleep if you can with your bedroom open, your bedroom window open, so you get some air coming in. And you probably notice the difference too. If you go out to the forest, to the beach, something like that, versus when you're in the city. Definitely a different feel to the air. There's the different crispness to that, freshness to the air. Big difference. Exercise, I'm going to call movement in general. Yeah, because you want to be able to get those blood flows, get the blood moving, get the joints moving. That helps out tremendously on all levels. And then diet, which we're going to call nutrition, getting the right foods into you. So specifically, I'm going to talk about the immune system because, as I mentioned, I think yesterday's video, that I've been sick about 3 times in the past 2.5 years. First time it kind of knocked me from my butt. Second time I wasn't as bad, and this week here wasn't as bad either. And I noticed the differences what I did those second 2 times. One is exactly what I've been talking about here. Sorry, I'll try to cover up the mic there so at least I can reduce the coughing noise there. I did make sure and get outside when I could. One of the times was November, weather wasn't all that great. I couldn't necessarily get outside. So weather does play a factor, but if you're able to get outside, absolutely do that. Water, I'm drinking water all the time. And the hydration helps tremendously with your body to make sure you go through the fluids. Hey, you're mostly made up of water, makes a big difference to your body. So just make sure you get the water. And I know for me, a lot of times I put essential oils in the water as well. So that helps to get the benefits from there. Rest, talk about that. Especially if you're under the weather, get as much extra rest as you can to let your body recoup. And that's one of the things, no matter what it is, whether it is an energy worker like myself, pharmaceutical medications, they don't heal you. Your body heals themselves. Those things help to give your body a boost so that thus it can help and heal itself. Nobody can heal you. No doctor, no medication, no energy worker can heal you. Your body does that. Air, same thing with kind of like the sunshine, but the fresh air. I always like to, I sleep year round, usually with my bedroom window open, so I got some type of fresh air coming in. It makes a huge, I've noticed for me, it makes definitely a difference. Exercise or movement. Now here's one I definitely have noticed a difference for me is when I'm under the weather, because before I used to just back off and not do anything. And what I've learned is if I can do just enough, I do just a little bit, I am getting movement, I'm getting blood flow, and a little bit is just enough to kind of boost the immune system, so therefore it actually helps me out. Actually, I don't know if that's worse or not because I'm covering that off and it's going to my chest. I don't know if that helps anyway. But yeah, I found out when I actually do some type of exercise, some light stuff there, I'm not out there to work up a sweat. I'm going through the movements, but it's enough to actually boost my immune system. It's actually been wonderful for me. And nutrition, you want to make sure there's times when you're under the weather, you just want to eat the comfort food, or there's times where food just doesn't even sound appetizing at all. But do your best to think about it and make conscious decisions, get some very nutritious food in to support yourself so you can go through that healing process. But yeah, it's been a little interesting this trip for me. But yeah, I understand doing those things to begin with it helps to support your body, helps support your immune system, all to make sure you're strong and do what you can. Can we control everything? No. Again, my factor was lack of sleep. Therefore, I lowered my immune system. So I'm under the weather. So I do those things to help support it then, give myself a boost. Are there other things you can do? Absolutely. There's plenty of other things you can do. But these are the ones that are just more natural. They're easy access to. You don't have to pay for anything extra. But yeah, take the very simple, very easy to do. So these are both the cause, the support beforehand and during and afterwards. I hope that all makes sense. Yeah, I'm still working on a little brain fog anyways. Or at least that's the excuse I'm going with. But yeah, so go through. Sunshine, spend as much time outside as you can. Limit yourself, yeah. Normally about 15, 20 minutes. Now this is even with talking like Dave Osprey. Mentioned about 15, 20 minutes, no sunblock. If you start to get red, cut the time down. Preferably, I know even from Deborah King, one of the energy workers I've gone with, she recommends going out in the early morning hours. That way you want sunlight to go into the eyes. I don't mean staring directly some, but you want some sunlight there that's less bright during the day. So early morning, a little better time there. Get plenty of water. This bottle pretty much goes with me everywhere. So I'm drinking water constantly throughout the day. Rest, yeah, especially if you get a little down on the weather, get as much extra rest as you can there. Go to bed and rise on a regular schedule. Fresh air, get outside if you can, get some fresh air. Hopefully you can have your bedroom window open during the night so you can get some fresh air coming in. Sleep helps out tremendously. Movement, exercise, get your body going. And then healthy nutrition. And pretty much all these are pretty simple, aren't they? Simple, quote unquote, common sense, but common sense ain't necessarily common practice. So anyways, as I'm getting long-winded here, I'm going to cut this thing off. And if you want some help to work on any of those aspects, or at least figure out where you can go, there's a link in the description to my free Facebook group where you get some training there. So I will stop there and stop rambling, and I wish you a wonderful Wednesday. We will catch you tomorrow, so take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.